Hello and welcome to my YouTube video. If you are coming here from the TikTok video I made or just stumbling upon it because you also struggle with the things I'm about to talk about, welcome. I do want to preface saying that I am obviously not a medical professional. I am just speaking on my own experience and how I got out of the things I got out of. I want to give a little trigger warning just for topics of sewer slide. I don't know if I can say it on here. I don't know if it's like TikTok. And death and panic, body symptoms, all of that. Trigger warning for it all. All right. It's a depressing topic, but there's hope at the end. All right. If I keep looking this way, I'm reading notes off of my computer because I really wanted this to be like organized and like good. I also suck at editing. I've never really edited anything really in my life, maybe a little bit, but like I don't know what I'm doing. So we'll see how this goes. So you will see me stopping the video quite a few times. So starting off, if you couldn't tell based on the name of this video, maybe you came from my TikTok like I said, I'm going to be talking about panic disorder, panic attacks, anxiety, OCD, and agoraphobia. All things that I personally dealt with for a long time, and some things I found ways to cope and like get out of and make my life better pretty much. And that's why I want to make the video, to help other people. So usually what helped me is like learning about what is actually happening. And you probably already know if you do have it, especially if you're in therapy, because your therapist will tell you what it is. Panic attack is pretty much just like a fear response of a possible dangerous situation happening in front of you, whether it's actually real or not and just in your head or not. Panic disorder is when you have a panic attack that, especially when it's like seemingly for no reason, when you start to fear the panic attack in itself and you fear what's going on in your body and you just ruminate on it and it keeps happening over and over and over and over again and you're trapped in a cycle. Agoraphobia is pretty much when you're housebound and you avoid places because you fear having a panic attack there because you have had it before. Like you create patterns in your head with it and you end up making your life and your circle, your world, smaller until it's just you in a room. Basically, think of Sheila from Shameless. All right, that was me. OCD is very complex. There's multiple different areas of it. I'm not going to touch a lot on OCD. I personally have not been diagnosed, but I have experienced OCD like symptoms, especially when I was going through this, and I do have a inkling, whatever the word is, that I may have it, but I don't want to say like I definitely have it, but I did have OCD like symptoms. All right. Anxiety, everybody knows what anxiety is. Anxiety is a natural feeling and a natural response to danger. And if the world didn't have anxiety, we would be in a lot of dangerous situations, all right? It can be a good thing, but there are also a lot of cons, especially when it becomes a disorder and it really takes over your brain and takes over your life. But also just a fear response. I'm going to start talking about my own personal story and journey. Then I will talk about triggers for me, symptoms, a little funny humor bits part of it, and then obviously how I overcame it. By the way, I'm obviously not trying to sell you anything. I'm not promoting any product. I'm not trying to put you on a course. I do not want you to pay to have to feel good in life and live life. I hated those types of videos when I would research, when I was going through it. Like, why are you trying to sell me a $3,000 course? Just to tell me, toughen up. Let's be for real. Like, you're just taking advantage of people. Anyway, let's start from the beginning, all right? So I've had anxiety my entire life. Anxiety. I've had panic attacks here and there as a child especially, but like they never fully developed into like a disorder, or like I never knew really what a panic attack fully was. But I would get them, or like I mainly got anxiety attacks. Anxiety attacks are more mental rather than any physical sensations. But yeah, I've had anxiety my whole life. Was very anxious child, very much had separation anxiety. I've been picking at my nails since I was a toddler. Like, I've never ever had long nails, never been able to paint them for them to like look good. Like, and I also have been picking at the sides of my skin forever to where I bleed. All right? I've always been socially awkward, socially anxious, all of the above, you know what I mean. Very quiet, shy child, all right? I've gotten a lot better with social anxiety though. So where this all actually really starts and gets to a point where it's bad is senior year of high school, all right? I'm failing like all of my classes. I'm skipping every single class. I have 99 absences. I'm almost not graduating. Very stressful time. I do graduate, all right? I'm relieved. I'm having good time. And then about 2-3 weeks later after graduation, I go to a graduation party for one of my boyfriend's friends. While I am there, it is really hot. I am drinking alcohol. I am drinking water. I am eating. I'm eating really fast. All of a sudden, I just had the urge to run away, and it kind of felt like I was going to pass out. Now, I have fainted in the past a few times due to like fear of needles and like random shit like blood sugar. So I know what it feels like, and that's how I feel. And I look at my boyfriend, I'm like, you need to show me where the bathroom is right now. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm like trying to put water on my face because like that helps when you're overheated anyway. And so I'm doing that, and then somebody starts knocking on the door, and I'm like freaking out because I'm not comfortable in this house, all right? It's my boyfriend's friends. I don't know any of these family people. I only know like my boyfriend, his friend, and like a few of our other friends. And even then, I'm not even fully comfortable with them, just my boyfriend. Now I'm freaking out in this bathroom, and I come out, and I'm looking at my boyfriend. I'm like, I need to leave. I need to like go onto the porch or something, like out near your car. Let's go. So we go. And I'm still just like freaking out. Like, I can't explain it. I'm just like very, very overwhelmed. I feel again like I'm gonna pass out. I'm too hot. I'm like scared. I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. So ultimately, I end up leaving. I get to my house. I sit in front of my air. I take a cold shower. I feel immediately better. Then a few hours later, I'm getting FOMO. All right, I want to go back. So I literally call an Uber. And as soon as the Uber is on my street, I feel it again. All of it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was literally just fine. So I cancel it and I don't go. Fast forward, I am also working a restaurant job that I had for about 2 years up until this point, and I loved it. I really did love it. But then it became stressful because all of these responsibilities were being put on me as like I'm almost a manager, not really, but like a lead host because I was a hostess. But I found out I was being severely underpaid, but they had hired a man who was getting paid like a lot more than I was when I literally trained him and I was doing all the work. Anyway, stupid detail, doesn't matter, but it made me hate the job. I loved it up until that point. And so my next shift after the graduation party, I'm working a double, and so in the morning I am alone because I'm just a host. In between that shift period at like 4 when people start coming in, I have to take a shit. I go to the bathroom, I do my business. All of a sudden, and I'm like, and I feel my pulse. I'm like, oh, the fuck? And I'm feeling like pain all here. I'm sweating. I'm like shaking, like really, really bad. I'm hyperventilating. I start just bawling, crying. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. I'm in the stall. The walls are like coming in on me. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm texting my mom right away. I'm like, please pick me up. Like, I need to go to the ER. I need to go to urgent care or something. I'm having a heart attack. Then I'm still in the toilet, mind you. So then I start texting my manager. I'm like, please, I need to leave. I'm freaking out in the bathroom. I'm having a heart attack. I need to go to the ER. So I real quick flushed that toilet. Because like I said in my TikTok video, I'm not about to die in this bathroom stall with some dookie in the toilet and dookie in my butt and my pants down. Alright? Wipe my butt, flush the toilet, pull my pants up. Alright? Manager comes in, she's like, oh my God, like what's wrong? And I'm just crying. I can't even like get a word out. And then she goes talks to the general manager. She says that I can't leave. It's like, please. I was really upset. Looking back now, I am kind of glad I didn't leave because that's the number one thing you don't do. if you have a panic attack somewhere, do not leave. Do not leave, because then you associate that place with danger. Do not leave under any circumstances. I know how hard it is. I know. But don't. So I continue my shift and I am miserable, and I do end up like calming down a bit, but I'm still so shaky and like upset and like out of my mind. Like I'm having crazy dissociation. Then I end it for the night. I'm at home now. So following that, I do work a few more shifts, but every single time it's the same. I'm constantly having a panic attack at work now, and it's literally caused by anything. And I just like, I don't understand what is happening to me. I do end up realizing it is panic attacks, but like, not that it's natural. I was just like, what is this crazy thing that is all of a sudden taking over my life and like making me feel like I'm being held at gunpoint, genuinely. And like, it got to a point where when customers would come in and I would try to greet them, I felt like I was about to fall over because I wasn't breathing correctly. Like I was just like, and I would literally stare at them like, because they looked like aliens. Like everybody looked like an alien to me, and I would start morphing their faces in my brain, and I would see it like I was hallucinating, and I was like, what the fuck, what am I doing? Anyway, I end up taking a leave at that job for like a month. Then I go back around like September time. By the way, this is 2023. I go back trying to push through it, but it's still just bad every time. I end up taking another leave in the beginning of October of that year because it just like kept getting worse. Then I quit in December because I went on a leave that entire time for like a whole 2 months. All right. December, after I quit, I go on medication. I got it through telehealth because I didn't have a therapist. I did have a therapist, but she sucked. She sucked really bad. She did not help at all. She was also really new, and I don't know, she was kind of a bitch, alright? She was not good. So, I end up getting on Lexapro Lexapro first, and it was like 10 milligrams, right? I start taking it, and I feel better. I do genuinely feel better. And I end up being on that for an entire year, up until December of 2024. So, literally an entire year. During that time, I still had anxiety here and there, but not as bad, but I gained 25 pounds, and I'm 4'11", so it does show on me when I do gain a lot of weight for, like, me. Gained 25 pounds. I was exhausted all the time. I had to drink, like, 2 or 3 energy drinks a day, Alani's, to get through. I could not feel anything down there at all. I was super apathetic. I felt like a narcissist. I could not feel anything. I could not give a shit. I could not care about anybody in front of me at all. I did not care. I was literally just a miserable biggie hoe. Not even a hoe because I couldn't feel anything, alright? I was a bitch. It's not good. And not only that, I would have crazy nightmares. Anytime I would drink alcohol, I would have like hangovers like I'm a 40-year-old man. It was genuinely like, I don't even really remember much about that year because I couldn't associate emotion with any memory. Like, I do remember, but it's like foggy and weird. I ended up getting on Wellbutrin as well in the middle of all of it because I thought that could maybe balance the weight gain. It kind of did. It did kind of stop it, but I was already at my highest point at that point, but I didn't gain any more. So, like, that was good. But really, all I could do was eat. Eat. That was it. It's a terrible time. I hate it. So I get off of it, and for probably like 3 months, I'm actually pretty good. Like, I'm feeling things again. I'm enjoying life a little bit. Still don't have a job, though, this entire time, by the way. I did try to apply and got an interview at Trader Joe's during the Lexapro days, but I was too honest about my mental problems. They did not hire me. But yeah, I was still unemployed. But I was thriving in those first few months off Lexapro. Like, I could feel down here, I could feel in here, I could feel in here, and life was woo. But then, I decided to go back to my old restaurant job. This time it was under entirely new management, so I thought maybe it could be good. My first day, I lasted 3 hours. I literally asked to leave early and made up a lie that I had to babysit. And I never came back. I wrote them an email. I was like, I'm not working there. Yeah. I just like couldn't do it. Like constantly, like while I'm in there, I'm like feeling PTSD. Like I'm getting overheated but cold, and then like my heart again. Like, and I keep thinking I'm having a heart attack. Like, how many times you gotta have it till you know you're not having a heart attack? Genuinely. Like, oh my God, beating the dead horse. That's literally what panic disorder is. You are beating the dead horse over and over and over again. Like, when will you learn? Ooh. So after that, I was pretty freaked out, and so I called my doctor, and I'm like, you need to put me back on Lexapro and Wellbutrin right now. She was like, okay. I was like, all right, good, because I need my life back. So I get my Lexapro, I get my Wellbutrin. I decide to just take Lexapro one day, and this is like May now of 2025. Decide to take the Lexapro. I start on 10 milligrams, like how I started before. An hour goes by after I take it. I'm sitting in my bed, and all of a sudden, I just have a wave go over my brain and my entire body, and everything is just like bold, like in your face, like I'm high as fuck. Like my vision is like zoomed in, and I start like breathing heavier. I'm like can't catch my breath. Like I air hungry. So I run to the bathroom because I know what it is, and I put cold water on my face. When I look in the mirror, my eyes, I watch them blow up, like my pupils blow up, and I'm like, the fuck? That's never happened. So I run downstairs. I'm like yelling at my mom, and like I don't have a close relationship with my mom. I'm not comfortable opening up about my feelings to other people, in my family at least. So this is how you know it was bad. I feel like I'm in a fucking movie. I'm pacing back and forth. I'm like, I'm having a panic attack. I'm dying. I think I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm having serotonin syndrome. Because that's what I thought. Because my eyes blew up. I thought dead ass I was having serotonin syndrome, and that was dying, and I needed to go to the hospital right now. I did not go, and nobody would take me. So I called my boyfriend. I'm like, you need to come get me, Dennis. Sorry, name drop. I'm dying. I'm going to the hospital. I need to go to the hospital. Please take me. Please, I can't. I'm dying. No rational thinking at all. None. Literally just thought, I'm dead. I'm gonna die. This is the day. Nothing's real. Maybe I'm already dead. I had those thoughts a lot. Maybe I'm already dead and this is the afterlife. This is my dream. Maybe I'm still dreaming. Who knows? So, I don't even really remember, but I know my boyfriend was rushing over, and I decided to make my mom watch me get into the bathtub fully clothed in cold water. And I had to leave the door open because I was terrified that I was gonna die in there, in the bath. So I made her watch me, and I jumped in the bath, fully clothed. I will insert a picture if I can. And now I'm just like swimming in it. I'm still freaking out, but it is helping. I'm like changing the temperature from super burning hot to super freaking cold and letting it run over everything. And I can barely feel it. Barely, because my adrenaline is that high. And then I'm taking every tree hut scrub I have, every body wash, every freaking shampoo. I'm sniffing it all. I'm like trying to like just feel something, ground something. I can barely even like get the scent to process in my head. And I don't remember if I end up getting out or if this happened before, but I have an acupressure pad. Those are the things where it's a pad, it's a mat, and it has a lot of spikes on it, like little needles almost, but plastic ones. And that shit hurts, especially when you put body weight on it. I stood on that shit barefoot and was just having like a manic conversation. Like I felt manic, but like panicky. And I'm eating pizza on it too. Just normal. I can't do that shit normally, but my adrenaline was so high because of that. Anyway, still in the bath, boyfriend shows up. I end up making him stay with me in my bed until I fell asleep because I could not fall asleep, and his presence obviously just made me feel safer and better, but I was still just so high alert and so on edge, like so up here, and I needed to come down here, and I never did at all for the next 3 months. Real quick, just wanted to show you the acupressure pad. This is what it looks like, and that shit hurts. Watch. You see all of that on my hand? Imagine putting all your body weight onto this, barefoot. It hurts. it can draw blood if you like scrape against it fast enough. But needed to show you guys. I do recommend though, if you want to lay on it on your back, it does ground you. It does help. And it's really good for your back muscles. So anyways, when I wake up the next day, my boyfriend is no longer there. Biggest heartbreak. He has his own life. He couldn't obviously sleep over. I end up going to my grandma's. She lives a few blocks away, and I grew up living at her house, so she is my safe person. She raised me, and like, she takes the best care of me. So she picked me up. I'm tweaking out still. I'm at her house now. I'm calling my doctor, explaining what happened. They don't know what to do. They don't know why I'm reacting this way, and that makes me feel worse, because I am genuinely still convinced something's wrong with me. I'm not fully accepting that was a panic attack, because I thought I knew what the panic attack was before, but clearly this was a game changer. All right. So for the next few days, I spend just laying in her bed throughout the day, and then going back home at night and making my mom or my boyfriend sleep with me. And each day I cannot eat. I literally cannot eat at all. I'm not hungry whatsoever. I do force myself to eat chicken as like some protein, but it gets to a point where when you're panicking and at that high level for an entire day, your body is weak as fuck. Like, your muscles are so tense, they hurt. And I couldn't breathe right at that point, because my back muscles were so tense and it hurt to breathe. And it was just terrible. It was genuinely terrible. I was popping melatonin to make myself sleep all day and sleep all night. So I was just sleeping it off, trying to. But every time I would wake up, it was the same freaking thing. I was sitting there talking to, like, looking on TikTok, trying to find like help, Googling help. I found like a app that had AI on it, not ChatGPT, but like, help, somebody help. It was so bad. I couldn't talk to my friends. All I could really tell them was like, hey, I'm going through it. I'm in the trenches right now. I think I'm dying. You're probably not going to hear from me for a long time. So fast forward, now it's like a few days after that first initial panic attack, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I need to go to the hospital. I can't do this anymore. So my mom takes me to the ER. When I'm there, they tell me they can't do shit. That they stop providing benzos for people like me. Which, honestly, I'm fully against benzos, because I do have the addiction gene. Like, I've seen it in my family, it's run in my family, whatever. But in that moment, I was like, all I need is a Xanax. I need a fucking Xanax now, pronto. But all they told me was to do was to get CBD. What? That's all you can do for me? Are you serious right now? And I don't smoke weed, by the way. I do not. I did when I was like a young teenager, but like, I do not at all, because it makes me like freak out and have anxiety. So even like thinking about taking CBD, I think would honestly make it worse, because I would overthink it and think I was high, and they would probably traumatize me even further. And during this time too, I refuse to take any other medicines. I still get weird taking medicine. Every time I have to take an ibuprofen or Advil for a headache, I try to avoid it for as long as possible, because it reminds me of that feeling, and I get scared I'm going to overthink it and cause a panic attack, or that I'm possibly being laced or something. Anyway, after that, I still spend time at my grandma's for the next like 2 weeks probably. Like, I start calling it my own mental hospital, because I was researching mental hospitals, but every single one near me, because I live in the city, kind of outside of Philly, all of the ones near me had shitty reviews saying that there's murder, sexual assault, and violence. And I was also like 19, 20, no, I was 20 at the time. I would be put in the adult ward. I'm like in that in between of being like, I was just a teenager. I don't want to be with the crazy 50-year-old psycho people that are like schizophrenic. Sorry, but like, I'm not trying to get like further traumatized by putting myself in this place. So I chose not to do that. So fast forward the next few months of the whole summer, I am literally going crazy. At this point, I started having a hyperfixation of making Roblox a coping mechanism. So I literally was chronically online on Roblox every single day, every single night. Because it was the only thing that genuinely, like, distracted me. I didn't have anything else. I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to do anything. And every night, every day, it would just be an ongoing panic attack. My boyfriend would sleep over every single night to help me. And praises to him, because patient man. Like, having to hear me talk about and, like, going crazy for months on end, like, I could not imagine. And by the way, during this, I was trying to do exposure therapy. I remember that Memorial Day weekend, I went to a park near my house, and it was just to have, like, a little lunch date with my boyfriend and, like, trying to, like, see if I can be in public again. Now I'm eating, and my boyfriend got, I remember it was, I forget the name, hold on. So I got sushi and some drink. Boyfriend got, like, a hoagie and a grapefruit soda. And I remember I, like, was terrified even looking at the grapefruit soda, because you can't have grapefruits on SSRIs because of serotonin syndrome. And I thought if I would even touch it, that I would immediately get into serotonin syndrome. And I don't remember if I did try, like, a baby sip, but I know that already put me on edge if I did. By the way, just having it near me put me on edge. Even though the last time I took the Lexapro was the time I had the panic attack, which was, like, 2 weeks prior. Or 3 weeks, whatever. But, like, I couldn't even look at it, alright? I was scared. So we're sitting there, eating, and, like, there's a lot of families in the park because it's Memorial Day. All of a sudden, there's a man in the woods, and he starts screaming, "Jesus is the Messiah! Jesus is coming back! Demons are real! The devil is real! Da, 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 da." Screaming for 10 minutes in the woods, unseen, to where all these families are walking over trying to find, like, where is this coming from? And I'm like, are you literally serious right now? Are you so dead ass? The one time I start doing exposure therapy, this happens. So boyfriend is curious, obviously. We walk over. All of a sudden, everything feels not real anymore. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus is coming back. The rapture is happening right now. The devil is here. Or this guy is a maniac and he's about to shoot me. He's gonna kill me. And I'm like, Dennis, we need to leave. We need to leave now. And I run to the car. We get into the car. Guess what's on the radio? Anxiety that keeps on fighting me, not inviting me, it's just my anxiety, oh, by Doechii. I break down, I start crying, I'm like, there's no way this is, like, real life right now. Are you dead ass? This was the worst time for this song to be trending, when I'm going crazy. The only, like, why? It was so bad. And honestly, like, all I can do is laugh about it, because that's actually, like, a crazy coincidence. But, like, this is where the OCD type symptoms come in, because I genuinely thought that was a sign. That was a sign right there from Jesus that the guy was screaming about. Demons are real. It's Doechii on my radio right now. It was so bad. Okay, but for now, enough of the story times. I'm gonna go through all of my triggers and the symptoms I had, alright? I'm gonna start with triggers, because I don't want to spend a whole hour talking about all the story times I have from that summer until I get to the part where I'm like, lock in, alright? So here are my triggers. Hearing anybody's feelings, any negative thoughts, any negativity whatsoever, I could not handle it. My stress meter was up here, and if anybody said, man, I hate my life, I'm going through something, bingo, panic attack. Don't know why. It made me very apathetic. Second thing, concerts. I could not go to concerts. I did go to one. I went to two, actually, because it was pre-planned, like, before all this happened. It was for Kesha. And Kesha I stayed at because it was, like, a lawn concert, but the whole time I just wanted to leave. I was hot, and I could feel the beat in my body from the ground and that made me feel the ground was going to open up and swallow me. I kept thinking that I was going to fall into the earth. That's how I kept feeling. The second one was for Korn and System of a Down. Now, this one was in New York. That's like 2.5 hours away from me, and it's at a stadium. Did not like the stadium. Had to leave after Korn. Did not see System of a Down because I was genuinely, like, I felt like I was, like, swaying. And, like, I kept, like, imagining the stadium collapsing, like, Final Destination type shit. And I did not like that I could feel every beat and every noise in my seat. I don't like that feeling. I still don't. But it was extra sensitive during that. And even the loud music I couldn't deal with, and the long car ride. Next up, politics. I could not even really go on TikTok that much because it would just be full of politics, world issues, disturbing images, videos, and I just, like, I could not handle it. I had to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, but it would still always be there. And it got to a point where we were having tensions with Iran, even last year. I know it's happening this year too. And I convinced myself that World War III was going to happen and that Iran was going to nuke us. So anytime a plane would fly by, I would be looking out my window like, or like even a bus. There was times where it was a garbage truck and I thought it was Iran coming for me. Why the fuck would they care about me? They don't. Movie theaters. I still have not gone over that fear. I need to try it. I need to go. I know. But movie theaters, I cannot do. I don't like sitting still. I can't. I'm focusing too much on my breathing. And when I focus too much on my breathing, I stop breathing. And then I start panicking. That's why breathing exercises do not work for me at all. And I also have a fear of mass shootings as well. So I start imagining that in my head as I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to happen to me. It's going to happen to me right now. It's just going to happen. I can't be in it. I have to leave. Restaurants. I think it has partially to do because I worked in a restaurant, but the loudness, the heat that you sometimes feel from all the bodies being around you, the heat from the kitchen, again, loudness, the lights, dark lighting, bright lighting, either way, it's fucking with my eyesight and I don't like it. Eating. I found out that eating became a trigger for me because I would eat too fast or eat like shit and I could feel it moving all in my body and I hate that a lot. And that would just make me freak out from like the feeling of being really hungry to really full within a minute. Like, I don't like that. That's my own problem, but that would trigger it. Lack of sleep. I cannot stress this enough. You need to sleep. You need sleep so bad. Whenever I would stay up all night because I was anxious, it would make it 10 times worse. Most of my panic attacks happened because I was not getting enough sleep or had a messed up sleep schedule or just sleep deprived in general. You need to sleep a long, good amount of time at reasonable hours, please. Like, it just makes your brain do crazy things. I get eye glitches whenever I don't sleep enough. I still get them sometimes because my sleep does kind of suck now. Again, it's summer, all right? Eye glitches, your paranoia is even worse, your fear responses is even worse. Like, you don't have as much rational thinking going on. You're too alert, but not alert at the same time, if you know what I mean. Caffeine, I think that's an obvious one. I think everybody who has anxiety knows that. Even people that don't have panic attacks, they know that. Driving, long distance, don't like it. I can't. That is something that's still a struggle for me. I can't do like even an hour and a half. I can, but it's hard, but I still do it. But I will most likely be playing Roblox still, or playing with squishies, or just distracting myself with something. Obviously going outside, that ties into the agoraphobia. That was a trigger for a while because I genuinely thought if I step out the door, I'm gonna get murdered, or somebody's gonna follow me, or stalk me, or do bad things to me. I couldn't handle anything negative, as I said. Traffic, I think that's a big one for a lot of people because you feel stuck somewhere and like you can't get help if needed. Supermarkets, that ties in with the restaurant situation. So those were most of my triggers. I'm sure I'm forgetting like a bunch of mini ones. or like really niche ones, I guess, but those were the main ones. Now I'm gonna go over my symptoms that I had and still get sometimes. My number one was derealization, which is pretty much, to explain what it is to make maybe somebody feel better about it, it is a protection that your brain does. When your stress response becomes too much or your brain feels like something will hurt you emotionally, it puts derealization over it, like kind of like a shield to protect it from whatever danger might hurt it. Like, that's the best way to put it. But when you're noticing it happening, it feels like you're high or like you're in a dreamlike state, a simulation. It causes like paranoia, also like imposter syndrome. You don't recognize your own hands. It feels like you're in a video game and you're like, what the fuck? How am I moving? Existential thinking. Why do I have hands? Why do I have eyes? Like, the most random questions that literally don't matter, you are just like ruminating on. You start looking at people you know around you and you're like, they are just strangers. What if they want to hurt me? They're gonna hurt me. I don't think they're real. Now, I know it sounds a little cray-cray, like super cray-cray, because it sounds very similar to like schizophrenia or like psychosis, but the difference is that when I was going through that type of stuff, I was always questioning it, and that's how you know it's not psychosis or something very, very crazy. Because you're questioning it. You're not in a full belief with it. That's something I had to really wrap my head around. Next thing, tunnel vision. I would experience a lot of tunnel vision, vertigo, dizziness, feeling like I'm on a boat. That's something I still struggle with. I think it is linked to like dehydration, because I try to drink as much water as I can, but like a girl forgets. But a lot of the times I will feel the ceiling collapse below me. I will feel like I'm swaying, or like the ground is unstable, or I'm like, I do a whole dizzy spell in my head. I'm like, oh. And it's really weird because a lot of times I feel it in the back of my neck first. Like, that's how I know it's about to happen. Like, it just feels very stiff and it just like goes up and I'm like dizzy. The only thing I can say is sleep, like no more caffeine and water for that. I also used to take a vitamin called L-theanine, which used to help a lot with vertigo and derealization as well. You can look into that if you want to. There's a ton of vitamins that are good for this type of stuff, obviously. But I can make a whole other list on that very, very soon. Next up, muscle spasms, tremors, twitching. A lot of the times I would feel this muscle twitch all on its own, nothing else happening, just twitch. I feel my eyes twitch a lot, which also freaks me out. Face twitches, brain zaps, just random twitches all over my body, my shoulders, my shoulder blades, my legs, my hands, even like just a finger. It's weird, but it's just stress. It is literally just stress. Insomnia, that's obvious. Like, you're anxious, so your adrenaline can't sleep. Adrenaline rushes, chest pain. That is always just your muscles tensing up. It is not a heart attack. It is not anything wrong with your actual heart. It is just the muscle. Not even the heart muscle. The muscle. Remember that. And stop checking your pulse. Stop it. Don't do it anymore. Don't check your pulse ever. Even if you're panicking. Don't. I had to learn to stop because that did help a lot. Muscle tightness, as I said. Sweating. I get really overheated. I have very bad heat intolerance, especially if I'm anxious, stressed, panicky. I sweat like a dog. Like, it's bad, and it makes it so much worse because it feels like you can't breathe. Like, it feels like my throat is closing. Feeling like I'm gonna have a seizure. That was a big thing for me last year. That was one of my irrational fears as well, that I was having a seizure, because I would just feel this tightness again in my neck mixed with the vertigo, and it just felt like my body was just gonna like give out, and just like, it just felt like it needed to, and it kept pushing for it, but I never had a seizure. Dry mouth, restlessness, feeling the need to run away from the situation, but you can't because it's your body. There's no escape. Impending doom. Impending doom sucks. I hate it a lot. It's literally just like a whole guilty, shameful, deep, dark pit in your stomach, the best way to put it, and in your mind. It changes your whole thinking process. Nausea, feeling like everyone around me is a stranger or a threat. I spoke about that. Feeling like I'm going to pass out. Body numbness. A lot of the times I would get like wobbly legs and I couldn't feel my legs anymore, and it would be like hard to walk because I don't even know why that happens, but it's normal. It is normal. Wobbly legs, hopelessness, and suicidal ideation. I think that speaks for itself. Okay, here is where we get to the hope core part and where everything becomes better and clearer and happy and bright and positive. So the time is September. It is my 21st birthday, all right? I am sitting having a conversation with my boyfriend, and I'm like, I have tried every single thing, and I still can't shake the fact that I can't get over this. I can't break this cycle. I don't know how. I've tried meditation. I've tried medication. I've tried essential oils. I've tried vitamins. I've tried fixing my sleep. I've tried going outside, but it doesn't go away. And he was like, how about you just stop trying and stop focusing so much on it and making it your whole identity and like circling your life around it. And I was like, you're right. Now I'm going to tell you some resonating things that helped me along with what he said to get to this point. Because it's not some special ritual you have to do. It's just something you have to listen to and put in your head. Okay? Just a few things I picked up from educational videos on YouTube, TikToks, yada yada. The first resonating thing is why panic attacks are natural and why they are normal. All right? Imagine you are an animal in a jungle. You are a small animal. You are most animals' prey, right? You are a small little chipmunk, okay? You are in the jungle. You're like, me, 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 I'm a chipmunk. All of a sudden, you see a tiger, all right? You see a big, giant tiger about to eat your ass. So what does your body do in that moment to survive? It starts to pick up its breathing. It gets your body pumping, your blood pumping to your heart, it's beating super fast. You end up having tunnel vision because your body is getting ready to run the fuck up out of there and survive. Now, you are you now, right? All of those same symptoms start happening, right? Your body is pumping, you're starting to breathe heavier, your blood is going in your heart, it's going really fast, you're getting tunnel vision, all the other symptoms, whatever. But there's no tiger. There's no danger. I'm sitting in my room. Why is this happening? Your brain is seeing a danger that's not there. There is no danger at all. There is no danger. And because there's no danger looking around, your brain starts to look within itself. So now you're thinking, oh my God, my heart beating so fast must be the danger. My breathing must be the danger. My lungs are collapsing. I'm having a heart attack. Maybe I have a brain tumor because I'm having tunnel vision and I don't know what's happening. So you start making the danger your symptoms. Your symptoms are not dangerous. Your body is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Your body can handle it. All of it. Your body can handle really high stress situations because that's what it's built to do. We're animals. It's a survival system. That's why it is survival mode, fight or flight, all of that. So you need to stop looking at your symptoms as the danger and honestly think of it more in a practical way if you're able to. Okay, I'm reacting this way probably because I have a lot of stress built up and that's why my body is letting it out. It has to find a release. You cannot bottle up your emotions. You cannot bottle up stress. You need to take care of yourself and you need to talk about it and you need to address them. Whether it's confronting your bad friend, your bad significant other, your family member who hurt you, trauma, whether it's, you have to address it. You have to and get over it. Otherwise it's going to come out in ways you don't want it to and you're going to create a whole new problem by focusing on it. Every single time I have a panic attack, 9 times out of 10, they are for no reason. They are false alarms. But it's always something just internal in the back of my head about something I'm stressed about that I won't just address and get out of my life. Anytime I've had a panic attack that was reasonable, it was because something was actually in front of me, a situation was happening in front of me, but I wasn't looking at the symptoms that was happening. I knew they were normal because that's how I'm reacting to a situation. If I'm having a screaming match with somebody and my body is doing those same things I would during a panic attack, I'm not noticing any of it. I'm noticing the problem, because that would be the tiger that I was talking about. The next thing I need to say, your feelings are not valid, okay? I know that sounds so mean, and I know we have reached a point in this generation where mental health is very important, and it is really important, and it is so highly spoken about, and everybody says your feelings are valid, always talk about your feelings, you always need to get them out. And yes, you need to talk about them, but at what cost? At what point do you stop, is what I mean. Stop talking about it so much. Stop identifying with it. Take panic disorder out of your bio. Stop telling people, hi, I'm Marissa, and I have panic disorder. I have panic attacks all the time. I have really bad anxiety, so I can't do this, and this. Stop. Because now you're, like, making it, like, you're panic's bitch. You're panic attacks bitch. You're anxiety's bitch. Like, that shit owns you now, because you're identifying with it. And it has taken your whole entire life, and you won't stop talking about it, so now you're feeding it even more, and you're accepting that you're gonna have to live with it forever. Don't accept that shit. Stop talking about it. Anytime you feel it too, one of the things I used to do is I gave it a name. I called it Maria. So I would start bitching at it. I would be like, Maria, get the fuck up out of here, get out. And that was it. That's the most you gotta say if you really have to talk about it. Do not feed into it. Do not say your negative thoughts out loud. Do not say, oh my God, I'm dying. Say, okay, this is a panic attack. This is really scary, but I will move past it as I have the last 500 I did. And it will be fine. And it will last maybe a minute. And then it will go away instead of a whole hour or days. Okay? So genuinely, the next time you have a panic attack, do what I just said about giving it a name, or be like, it is really not this serious right now. It really is not. I will deal with it later. My feelings are not valid. This is so stupid. I'm not doing this. Feelings are not valid. Next thing, you need to stop searching for the answer. After this video, give it a break. Give it at least a week. I know it is hard to keep, like, when you want to get over something like this so bad, and especially with anxiety, you tend to get rumination or OCD and ruminate on it, and you want to ruminate how to fix it over and over again. Just stop. Stop looking at videos. Stop searching different methods. Stop searching coping skills. Stop. Just stop. That's why I wanted to make this video, because I could put everything into it that I learned. So you don't have to watch 10 freaking videos. You don't have to join a $3,000 a month course. You don't have to do anything. You can get on medication, by the way. I do want to say that because earlier I was kind of against it. If you need it, get on it. You can try it. My experience, I am raw dogging life. That is just my choice. You can get on it. I'm not saying medication is bad or that all of it is bad. That is just my experience on Lexapro. Okay? I did want to say that. But stop searching for a cure. Stop. That's putting focus on it. That's giving it power still. That is putting more intent into it. And that's exactly what I was talking about with the conversation with my boyfriend that made my mindset switch. Stop. Just live your life. Do what you want to do and not what anxiety is telling you not to do and that you can't do. Just do what you want to do. Live life. You just have to push through it with everything I just said. Push through, live your life, do what you want, do the scary shit, and you'll get over it, and you will feel so good. You will feel so good, and you will actually reach a type of calm that I can't even explain. Like, you will be so proud of yourself and want to do more. You will want to challenge yourself more because you know you can handle the last one you just did now. And then you start building that trust and that bravery within yourself again. And you start trusting your body again. But yeah, just move on, live your life, stop thinking about it, don't ruminate. I know it's hard when somebody says just let it go, stop thinking about it. It's so vague, but it's so true if you really get it in your mind, along with the other things I learned that I am teaching you now. Try to focus on other things. Obviously, address the possible stressor you might have, whether that is actually just having panic attacks in itself is just stressful for you because it's taken over your life. Because that was me at some point, because I felt like I couldn't find what was stressing me out. But looking back now, I can find some things. But sometimes people's stress is just the fact that they keep going through this and the cycle. So get angry with it. Be angry. Be angry. Don't be scared. Be angry. Make anxiety your bitch. It is your bitch. It is your bitch now. Like, I'm not spending the rest of my 20s stuck in this room, panicking, looking like a loser chud, not having a job, being broke, not driving, not going out, because I will regret it in 10 years. And I'm not living the rest of my life like this. Absolutely not. You have to make that choice. You have to. You have to be really hard on yourself. And if you have somebody around you that keeps babying you or validating you, I know it feels good in the moment, but it is hurting you long term. You need to tell them to tough love your ass. Be mean to you. Not too mean, because it hurts your feelings. But like, let them tell you straight up. Let them. Allow them to. And let them tough love you. Let them yell at you. The last resonating thing I have before I go on to coping skills is a story I heard, and it resonates more with health anxiety and when you have those thoughts of having like a heart attack, brain tumor, seizure, yada yada yada, and convincing yourself that it's happening. Do jumping jacks. I heard a story where a therapist was dealing with a client that had panic disorder and really bad panic attacks. And her biggest thought was, I'm having a heart attack. So he told her, let's make you have a panic attack right now in my office. So she starts having one after a little bit of time. She brings one on and it starts pumping, and now she's in a full-blown panic attack. And she starts saying things like, I think I'm dying, I'm going to die, I'm dying, I'm having a heart attack. He says, go do some jumping jacks. And she was like, what? Like, it stopped her in her tracks for a second, and he was like, go do some jumping jacks. And she was like, I can't, like, I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna die. He was like, no, do it. Do jumping jacks. And she was like, okay. So she tries to start doing it, and like, she's struggling a little bit at first, but then she starts doing them. That physical movement, number one, physical movement is so good for anxiety, especially to get the adrenaline out. Go on a run, do some jumping jacks, work out, so good. Stretching is really good for your muscles. Do all of that when your adrenaline is high. Number two, he said to her, now if you walk into the hospital in the heart attack patient area, are you going to see any of those people doing jumping jacks? No. So you are not dying. You are not having a heart attack. If you were dying, having a heart attack, anything, you would not be able to do a freaking jumping jack or a push-up or anything. Okay? Get that through your head. So anytime you have that thought, and I would do it all the time, I made my boyfriend pull to the side of the road on the highway so I could do jumping jacks. And on top of that, because it was so weird, random, and embarrassing, it sat me out of my anxiety too. Hold on. Sorry. Let me wrap this part up. Physical movement is really, really good. Don't be afraid of your heart pumping. Your heart pumps not a billion, but like, to be dramatic, 1 billion gallons of blood a day. It can handle it. It will handle it. You are okay. But to prove to your brain that you're not having a heart attack if you're still stuck in that specific loop or any health issue going on when you're having a panic attack, do the jumping jacks. Do it. On the side of the road, in the grocery store, you will laugh at yourself too. And laughter is really good medicine. It helps so much. Laugh at yourself. The thing that I was also going to say is being weird, being goofy, being embarrassing will snap you out of the panic attack too. Especially if social anxiety isn't as much as your problem. Because like, being on the side of the road, it was a little embarrassing, but like, it made me laugh. Because it was like, literally, I can imagine somebody driving by and seeing my ass doing jumping jacks right now and pouring a bottle of water on my head to cool myself down. It's funny, okay? Make yourself laugh. Be funny. Don't take it so seriously. If you're around a friend or like a loved one, whatever, have them say some random ass fun fact to you too. It like tricks your brain. It's like, wait, what? What did you just say? Huh? Like, just do that. Lastly, coping skills. Okay, here's the things that I picked up on. If my chest hurts, I put a heating pad on it. If my head hurts and I'm tweaking out about it over like a migraine, TMJ, whatever, heating pad. It works every time. It doesn't, it takes it away. Secondly, water. I always bring a safety water bottle with me everywhere. I always have ice up to here so that I can take the ice out, maybe put it on my head, my neck. Emergencies only. I don't really use these coping skills anymore because I did learn to like wean off of them, because you don't want to rely on coping the rest of your life either, because like you could be on an airplane. Where are you going to get a heating pad? Secondly, Neatos, squishies, all of that, slime. I still use these to this day. Anytime I'm at work and I start feeling anything, I pull out a squishy and I just play. Oh, my water fell. I just play with it. Oh, I'm dropping everything. I have a little snail. These, I love the sugar squishies because you actually have to squeeze them and it like moves your muscles. Really good. I have one in every single bag. Same thing with slime. I always bring slime with me on long car rides. The noises, playing with it, the texture, the smell, it helps so much. Please, if you're going to get anything, get a squishy or slime. It will save you. It will distract you. It will make you feel like a kid again. And it just brings joy. It also obviously helps if you have like ADHD or autism along with this, because if you can't sit still, I don't know if I have ADHD or anything, but I do have a trouble sitting still, and I just start playing with it. Especially the small ones, because if you're at work, it is a little embarrassing if you like pull out a squishy and you're like 21 years old. But I just like have it under the table and I'm like me 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 me. But it works. Another coping skill that I really looked into when I was really researching, it's called the vagus nerve. I don't know if any of you have heard about it. I can't give you an exact definition, honestly, but pretty much it's a nerve that connects to like your sympathetic nervous system, and it's like the nerve that is in control of like calming your body down and like relaxing your nervous system. You can find it in different pinpoints. There's some points in your ear if you massage like the inner ear, if you do exercises where you're like tilting your head this way, then pointing your eyes this way for like a few seconds, this way. If you are having a panic attack too, you can stick your tongue all the way out. Like, I have white tongue. Alright, I really was thinking about doing it. It's late. I've been talking for like an hour and a half. Give me a break, alright? But if you stick it out as hard as you can for like a minute, panic attack goes away. Plus you look really stupid doing it, so it's funny. Alright? But it also relaxes you. Same thing with butterfly taps. Same thing with tapping on your face. I used to do this a lot. It calms every little face muscle down, and it's really good. Another thing that activates the vagus nerve is humming, and my favorite is singing. I'm not a good singer, but I love to sing. I love music so much. Music really helped me during all of this, and it was just really, really good, and it activates. And, like, it lets out emotion, too. And, honestly, like, during this entire experience, it really did get to a point where I wanted to. Because it just felt like, it was strange. Like, I was terrified of dying, but all I wanted to do was also just... Because I just felt like I couldn't live like this anymore. I'm stuck in a cycle. My life is literally falling apart. My world is so small. My friendships are like strained. My relationship is strained. My trust in myself, my confidence, everything, my identity is strained. I can't stop thinking negatively. I can't stop thinking about panic. I can't stop thinking about... And I would like imagine it like all the time. Like it got to a point where I would just like cry every single night, like imagining what would happen if I did, and like if it would be good, what would happen in the afterlife. Then it would tie into some like existential shit, and it would get scary. It was really bad because I'm a very imaginative thinker. Like I'm visual, and like the best thing that helped with that as well is music. Music has always surrounded me in my life, my whole life, during every traumatic experience, every breakup, every death, everything. Literally. I have always been a big music person. I used to be emo when I was 11, so I think that says a lot with the music. But I did want to add some songs that I would put on repeat during this that helped me a lot, that I would just really focus on the lyrics as hope. The first one is called Weightless by All Time Low. Very good. The next one is Here to Stay, Korn. That one really gave me motivation to just like take a stand. Make anxiety your bitch. Live your life. Let's go. The next one was Move Along by All American Rejects. And the last one that I put is Breaking the Habit by Linkin Park, which says enough in its name. But yeah. And touching on the sewer slide content as well, a lot of people who go through this cycle and this disorder do get to that point, and some people do actually do it. And I just want to tell you, please do not. Obviously, I'm going to tell you that, and I don't know who you are watching right now. And there's been a million times where I'm just watching these types of videos during this, and I'm like, I wish I could just be like them. Like, how did they do this? It feels so impossible. Like, there's something more wrong with me. I can't do it. It won't work. But just remember, there is nothing special about your panic. Nothing at all. Nothing. It is exactly like his, hers, theirs, everybody's. It's one and the same. Nobody's worse than the other. There's not something different about you that means you're gonna die and they're not because of it. You can't die from a panic attack. It's not gonna happen. And just know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. It really does not feel like it. It is so hopeless feeling, and I remember feeling that way. I would make a million video diaries a day talking about it, talking about how much I wanted to, and documenting my symptoms, my journey, everything. And anytime I would try exposure therapy and I would leave or have a bad reaction, I was so hard on myself and so shameful and just felt even more hopeless than before. But just know it's never a setback. It is simply just a little blip, and it's not linear. I think I said that right. It is not linear. It is literally up and down, up and down. Sometimes it will go like this. Sometimes it will go like this. I literally had a really bad panic attack a month ago, and I recovered very fast. It wasn't like a cycle again. I will include some pictures or videos during the video, or at the end or the beginning. I know this is the end of the video pretty much now, but just so you can see how real it was and how bad it was, because I know just talking about it, maybe you can visualize it a little bit, but you don't understand until you actually see. So I do want to finish off where I am now. 6 months ago, I did apply for a job. I work at an elementary school, and I'm just a recess cafeteria aide. I only work 3 hours a day. I do get paid pretty well. And obviously when I started the job, like, it was a very, very terrifying experience for me because I haven't worked in 2 years. But I think what helped the most is the fact that I did go to the elementary school when I was younger. Like, a picture of me is literally on the wall. My little brother also goes to the school, so I do see him. There is that, like, familiarity. But I think don't push yourself too hard when you are starting to do normal real life things. Find a pretty simple, non-high pressure job at first, and then keep building up. Challenge yourself. Like, I like to balance it, like, because I only work 3 hours a day, right? Then I will leave, I will start drinking caffeine again to get used to that. I know that's crazy, but I do the little things as a challenges. I drink Red Bull. I sit through the panic if I have one, but lately I haven't. If I drink Red Bull. Coffee, I still do. Or Alani's. I do not drink Alani's. Too much caffeine. I will watch a scary movie that I used to not be able to do anymore, because I do like scary movies. I will even make myself watch true crime, which is weird, but it's like, I don't want any restrictions on myself because of anxiety. I want restrictions just because I don't like it, rather than because I'm anxious, you know? Like, I want to take full control over everything. And yeah, I love the job. Helping the kids really works for me. I've had panic attacks there. Every time I've had one, I've just played with my squishies, or I focus on the kids. I start talking to the kids. I start conversating with my coworkers about something else. I don't talk about my anxiety. I don't say I'm having a panic attack. I don't even give it thought in my head. I distract myself with a conversation, a real conversation. Second, I did get my license when I was 20 before the mega spiral, but within the last 2 months or month and a half, I've been driving by myself. I went to Target. I went to the store by myself. I went through a drive-through. I pick up my own food. I go shopping. I drove in the city, which that is scary. I'm driving by myself. I'm parking. I got into road rage. I pump my own gas. Like, I keep challenging myself. My next challenge is to drive long distance, drive in weather conditions like rain, snow, obviously not anytime soon. Highway. I need to do the highway next. But like, that was a huge challenge for me, and now I'm comfortable doing it. I like driving. It's so freeing, and that is such like a big step for me into like feeling secure with like where I'm at in life instead of not feeling ahead, because I didn't go to college. I didn't do anything like that. I still haven't fully chosen a career path, but like, that's okay too. Like, you don't have to choose it all right now. Nothing has to be fixed all right now. Take everything step by step. Don't wait too long, but have it step by step, because life isn't going to be knocking on your door. Stop waiting for it. You have to do it. You have to make the change. You have to do everything. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it all, which sucks, and I hate it. But it feels good. It's independent. It's freeing. It is just so good. Next, I have been going out to bars. I've been drinking alcohol, because I did take a really long break from that because of my anxiety. I was scared of everything. And alcohol, just like with caffeine, was another thing I pushed myself to do, which I know is stupid because alcohol is really bad for you. So is energy drinks and caffeine. But it's like, again, I want to make my own choice and not have anxiety make it for me. Like it's some type of man. Like, you're not no. Nobody's controlling me. I'm going to drink if I want to. Alright? Not an alcoholic. Alright? I occasionally drink. But like, I've been going to the club. I went to the bar. I socialize. I have fun. I have concerts lined up. I'm going to see 4 bands in September. I have trips lined up to go to the beach. And I'm just actually thinking about like my future and not being scared about it anymore. And obviously, when it comes to the job, my job has ended because summer. I've been actively applying to like 20 jobs. It is really hard to get a job right now, so don't be too hard on yourself with that if you're not getting any. But I've been actively applying. I've been interviewing. I've been doing it all. I've been driving myself to the interviews. I've been raw dogging life. And I'm ready to like challenge myself to the next step of going back to the restaurant job 3 times the charm. Or just finding any high pressure job. Like, that's my next step, is trying to work under pressure again how I used to be able to, and handle it and lock in. And yeah, I've just been like thriving, like really good. I also have been able to save a lot of money now, more than I've ever seen, because I also have a shopping addiction. It's another story. But like, when I look at the video diaries that I used to make last year, like, I do not recognize that person anymore. That's only a year. Even like me in December when I started my job, I didn't recognize myself. That's only like a few months. Even in September, that's only a month I didn't recognize myself. You can change tomorrow. You can change right now if you just start. And I pray this video has helped somebody. I know it's long, but I hope any of this resonated with you, made you feel less crazy, made you feel normal, and gave you some motivation to do something. Do something about it. Do not let it control you. Alright? Just take your life back. Please. Do what I did. But yeah, to wrap up this video, subscribe if you want. I don't know if I'm gonna like post. Maybe I'll become like an anxiety influencer. Maybe I'll help. A motivational coach. My messages are always open. If you're having a panic attack, you can text me. If you have a question, you can comment, you can text, whatever. DM me on TikTok. I will link my TikTok. Yeah. I will create a whole little community if you want me to. I will be your messiah. I'm just kidding. No God complex here, just anxiety, alright? It was a joke. But I hope you have a really wonderful night, day, holiday, whatever, whenever you're watching this. And stay safe. Feel free to reach out, and I promise you are okay. Take your life back. Bye-bye. Hey, y'all. I am editing this right now, and I just want to give a real warning. I am being very vulnerable by putting these diaries in here. I did, like, clips. I just want to show you how real it was, because it's one thing, like I said, to hear about it and, like, see it happening in real time. Alright? It is rough. I look a mess. I don't look good. Alright? Don't judge me, please. That is not me no more. Alright. I literally, last week, I was making a cheesesteak, and I left the fridge door open a little bit accidentally, and it started beeping. You want to know what my mind went to? There's a carbon monoxide alarm, and you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Not that the fridge door was fucking open the whole time. I didn't see it, but I literally was frantically searching for this carbon monoxide alarm, which I don't have, and spam calling my mom, and I literally I made myself feel it. I made myself feel like I was running out of air, and that the house was gonna blow up. What the fuck? I'm washing me and my clothes, bitch. It is currently 2:40 in the morning, and I just can't do it anymore. It is every single second of every day for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but all in all, last 2 years. Every day is just fight or flight, fight or flight. Every day just feels like my last. And I just don't want to live like this anymore. I'm so tired of it. A lot of fucked up shit in my life, but I feel like I've just been fucked at birth at this point. Like, I do not deserve how hard this is fucking killing me right now. Like, I had to talk to fucking 988 this morning because it's just been bad constantly. And, like, if it's gonna fucking kill me, just kill me already, because I can't do it anymore. I can't keep feeling like this. And I keep wanting to, like, get checked out and rule everything fucking out at the doctors, but, like, deep down I know it's just anxiety, but why does it feel like this? Why is it so fucking strong? Why does it affect every part of my life? Why can't I just be functional? Why can't I get a job? Why can't I do anything? Like, it's completely ruining and draining my relationship. It's, like, not ruined, but it's pushed me away from friendships. I'm just alone.